Hey, folks, we're back for another episode of It's Consulting Time, where we are always bringing you a plethora of creatives, innovators, and leaders from around the globe. Purpose over popularity is our motto, and we pride ourselves on honoring legends as well as introducing aspiring and emerging independent creatives to the world. Remember, we are always prepared to leave you with joy, jewels, and justice. Let's chat with our special guest. Listen, you're getting a double, triple, quadruple dose of It's Consulting Time this evening. And so I am going to kick off this particular segment talking with Mr. Alie. But hold up, that's Alie with the E. And so he's smooth, he's witty with his lyrics, and he's from Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to all of our amazing Columbus, Ohio artists. And so, Alie, we welcome you today and definitely add you to a list of esteemed artists that we so dearly admire from Columbus. So welcome to It's Consulting Time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself, the person, Alie, and then we'll talk more about your music.
I'm just an artist first. That's been an artist. It's just been considered kind of weird for a long time. So the stuff I've been into wasn't I guess I'll call it ahead of its time, because at the time everybody was looking like, what are you doing? Or you know what I mean? But then, years later I see everything just falling into place. And I'm a father also, so that's the main thing.
Okay. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later when we talk about, balance and music and other obligations. But what first got you into music?
First thing that got me into music was, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was So Far Gone. It was Drake. It was to actually make me write it down was that project right there, because that coincided with Flight School from Wiz Khalifa. So I heard it and something, I don't know what clicked. It was like, I can do that. It took me years to get to, where I am now, but it was those two projects that made me really I'm like, all right, bet, I'm gonna try this out.
Okay, so how would you describe your mission as an artist? Like, what is it that you actually want to accomplish with your music?
To be honest with you, it might sound crazy, but it's not. At first it was about the money. Now it's not about that no more. Me personally, I have a Mount Rushmore, my favorite artist I feel like is legendary. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be on enough people's Mount Rushmore. I just want to be legend, to be honest with you. I just want to, actually make a mark, for them to remember.
Okay. You really want to, okay. And so, but what is it about music that makes you feel passionate?
I think it's the fact that since just growing up, there's different songs that will take me exactly to different places and times of my life. You know what I mean? So when people say yeah, that record saved my life, or you know what I'm saying? I remember that's a definite true thing. So that's really where my passion for music comes from, because a lot of experiences in my life, I can attach them to music. So that's really why, you know what I mean? I really got really interested in it.
Okay. All right. What would you say is the best piece of advice another creative has given you?
Don't think. I was there was a point in time where I was thinking too much about the music, and just thinking about every aspect of it, and it's don't do that. Just make the music. You know what I mean? To the point where I and I know a lot of people say this, but I stopped writing the music down, because it's you got time to think, you got time to cross stuff out, you got time to do a lot when you write it down. But when you right there in front of the mic, you know what I mean? It's gonna come in sections, but it's still, you record it, you hear it. move forward. You know what I mean? And that's how you're supposed to make it, I feel like. And then the thinking comes afterwards once you listen to the record 400, 500, 600 times before you put it out.
So you just have an ear for music. And because of that ear for music, when you're creating it, you know, it's kind of simple. It kind of flows.
Yes, it has. Yep, I'm gonna say it has its days where it's just flowing, but then it has days where you hit that wall. But I've learned like when you hit that wall, I just move forward to the next thing, and then I'll come back with a fresh set of ears later.
All right. So a couple of days ago, you dropped Rhapsody 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So talk to us a little bit about Rhapsody 2 and really tell us what it was like creating this collection and any unexpected challenges, surprises, or anything like that.
Creating Rhapsody was a long process because life happens. So during the time of creating that project, I started working on Rhapsody. When I started working on Rhapsody 2, it wasn't called Rhapsody 2. That's not what I was doing. I got my first batch of songs for Rhapsody in 2015. So that's like 7 years ago. So, and then life happens, you gotta work and you gotta get money, you gotta do other things. So it was kind of hard to focus on music during those times. So I just had little spurts of, making really good songs. And then, I just went back, worked on them, got them all together. And this last run that I did, it was like, I got a whole like slew of songs, but somehow, some way, songs from 2015 still made the cut to get on the project still. So I'm gonna say it was a project, like it took experience. It just took a life for me to make. I think that's why it took so long for me to make it. Because I think it's better than the first one.
But that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. The fact that sometimes, we'll cultivate something in the past, but it's applicable to the present. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like with music, music is timeless. I hear a lot of people say music, is a universal language, and I agree with that. But I also think that to a certain extent, music is timeless. Like everybody's gonna forever do the electric slide. You know what I'm saying? Some things you just can't, you can't get rid of. So it's good that you maintain your music and then use it later. Now, how do you balance between the music and your other obligations like work, being a father, and things of that nature?
It's something that I love. So it's like, I'll be itching to do it. So, I can wake up, go to work while I might have a couple bars that I might come up with, lock those away and then get off work, go pick up my sons and then get home, spend time with them, and then go to the studio. Cause it's like, if this is what I want, I can't say like, oh yeah, I'm too tired to go to the studio, or, oh, I'm too tired to spend time with my kids. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's the life that you ask for. So I have to balance, like, but it's something I really want. So it doesn't pain me to be in the studio at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday when I got to wake up the next day at 8 a.m. to get everybody, together and out to school is what I like to do. So.
Cool. Now, how did your career evolve during the pandemic?
I'm going to say I had a lot of time to be in one space and like to like, I don't know how to explain it, because I think Nipsey died before the pandemic. So when Nipsey died, it was like, I don't know, for me personally, it was like an eye opener. I don't know why that was a death that like opened my eyes to just like, just made me just think about just my mortality or whatever. So like, then COVID hit, and then I was just in the house, just like, you know what? I don't want to be 50 and, you know what I'm saying, think like, yeah, I could have, what's the name? Because even if I don't become the most famous rapper ever, these projects and these things that I put out, I can look at them and be like, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? And whoever,
absolutely,
and be like, you know what I mean? Because like, if you know you're good, sometimes the accolades and stuff like that, you know, are a plus. You know, so yeah.
All right. So where do you think the future of the music industry lies? Like, what do you foresee forthcoming?
Man, I don't know, man, because I feel like you know, bars is coming back, you know what I mean? The rapping, actual rap, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, I would agree.
You know what I mean? But then again, you know, everything is like a cycle, just like fashion, you know, just like everything else, there's a cycle, you know. So like we just went through that wild cycle we went through musically. I'm not, you know, gonna try to bring anybody down or anything, but like now you see Cole getting on, you know, different type of songs, things of that nature. So like I think I hope I can't say what I predict because I don't want to predict anything, but I just hope the music and the substance is gonna make its way back around the cycle. Yeah.
Amen. That's all I'm saying.
You know, and they need to throw in some R&B in there too, man, because our R&B is a lost art right now.
You know what, and I'm gonna leave it where it is because yes, I have some strong thoughts about that. But okay, so Alie, what is one message that you would like to give to your fans?
One message I like to give to my fans. Mm-hmm. Just you gotta keep on keeping on. That's the biggest thing here. Whatever it is that you're doing, I don't care if you door-to-door salesman, but you want to be the greatest door-to-door salesman, you just got to keep on. You know what I mean? Until something, you know, something happens for you. You know what I mean? So if you know, whatever you believe in, whether it's, you know, this God, whether it's the stars or whatever it is, everything, you know, ends up working out at the end of the day. So just keep on keeping on.
I like how you put that. I find myself saying that all the time. Like, I don't know what you believe in, but I know what I believe in. So this is what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't want to offend nobody.
I know. You know, everybody is so easily offended this day and age. You know, I think, and it has to be social media because you remember before all of this social media, and I know for me, I'm an 80s baby. You weren't offended by anything back in the day unless somebody said your mama, your daddy, your great head. Those are the only things that offended you. Now you can't even call somebody pink or they offended. So yeah, trust me, I get it. I get it. So Alie, let everybody know where they can find you on social media. And guys, don't forget to run up the numbers on Rap City too, because it's out on all platforms.
You can find me on Instagram. It's just don't mind the smoke. On Twitter, it's also at Don't Mind the Smoke. And the music is on all platforms. Literally, when I say all platforms, you can get on your Xbox and go to the Microsoft Music Market and go find me there. So wherever you stream your music, wherever it is, I don't care if you go buy it from Napster, it's there for you to listen to. And then we're in a process right now of getting all the records up on YouTube so that you guys can, you know what I'm saying, for my YouTube people who live and die YouTube, make sure you can listen to everything there also. See, I got the cover behind me, you know what I mean, on my background. So when you see that, you know it's a Rap City too.
All righty, guys. So you heard it straight from Mr. Alie. So go on over, run up Rap City 2, streaming on all platforms, and we'll catch you in a few minutes. What it do? So we are back. I hope you enjoyed our last guest, but this is Don Altae. And so Don Altae is, y'all already see, he is time ready. But that's because Virginia is for lovers, and that's where we are from.
Come on now.
So, yes, you better make the heart beat. Ain't that how Chris Brown used to do?
Oh, you got to hit him with the.
He's Virginia too. Look, he's from Virginia too, but that's a different part of Virginia. We gonna say. But Don Altae is an artist. He is based out of the DMV area, but he has roots in Kentucky, so he has a very unique style. Now, he is a lover and sometimes a fighter, we gonna say, because he bringing the music back. He bringing the love back to the music in R&B. And so, Don Altae, we thank you so much for being here this evening. And just talk to us a little bit about yourself, the man behind Don Altae.
Oh man, the man behind Don Altae. Okay, well, I'm from Kentucky originally, as you said. My real name is Donovan Alexander Taylor. Um, Don Altae. That's where Don Altae came
Ooh, Donovan Alexander. Oh, you got an exotic, powerful.
from.
What is it? What empire was that? The Byzantine Empire.
No, but that's where Don Altae came from. I used to go by Dino Bam, yeah, back in the day. But I wanted my name to have a little bit more meaning and stuff, like as I evolved with my sound. And so the meaning behind it is Don, obviously, is the leader of a crime family. And then Altae derives from altus, which is Latin, and it means mutation and growth. So I kind of put the two together, and Don Altae means the leader of mutation and growth.
Hey, you better turn it up. You better have paid attention in British literature. Yes, and in world history and geography 1 and 2.
And I feel like one dope thing that one of my DJs told me, he was like, man, your next song is your best song. So that name kind of, when I put it together, I was like, damn, this fits, this works. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I'm just a goofball. I'm a young country kid living in the burbs.
I know we already had, y'all just don't know the off-camera fun we just already had. So
right.
That's what it is. But all right, so R&B is your first love, but you're also a rapper, songwriter, producer, and engineer, right?
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but let's start with the beginning. So how did this musical journey begin for you?
Well, my whole life I kind of been surrounded by it. My mom, she was in the Army Soldier Show, and she sang in church and endless places and stuff like that. So watching her perform and do stuff at a very young age had a big, played a big role in my life. And then my father, he could rap and stuff as well. And yeah, he used to do videos and stuff back in the day, like a long time ago. It was when they was doing the VG, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I've always been around music and stuff like that. So just heavily influenced by it. And I started recording myself at 12, and then yeah, I've been doing my thing since then. I started in GarageBand, and then I done worked my way up. And now we in Pro Tools, baby.
Hey, so instead of talking about what it is about music that makes you feel passionate, let's just talk about the strengths, because your mother and your father they touched music. So you were already exposed to music. So what strengths do you have that you believe make you a great musician?
The vocals, the ability to sing.
Okay. And you got nice teeth. So even if you can't sing, we'll just be like, okay, at least he ain't got no space up in there. We good with them teeth. We good with them.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. The ability to sing. And shit, what's another strength? I guess seeing how my mom moved over the years, and like, because when she did the Soldier Show, like they tour around the US. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see her like tour
really engulfed in it. Okay.
Like, and then she's always getting compliments and stuff like that. So I think another strength that I took away from it was her ability to not get big headed and like stay humble and hungry. And like shit, even with my brother, like she's been trying to chase her dreams since we were real little. So it's like to see her be able to do that, it's just that drive, the ambition for real.
Yes. Shout out to Mom Dukes for making me do it. And I know, I don't know which branch it was, but I think the Marine Corps had like a choir, and but it was all men, and they were super dope, and they performed at the White House. I want to say under the Clinton administration, and it was really, really dope. So I can only imagine, what it was like. Yes.
It was so lit.
And that discipline, to have people that are already disciplined and then be doing something else that requires discipline, I know it was tight. So, like I said, shout out to mom. Now,
yes,
describe your creative process to us for when you're writing music. Because when you're writing R&B lyrics, in my opinion, it's emotional. We know that, rappers have emotion in their lyrics, but a lot of times with rap music, it's kind of fun. It's kind of, play by play. Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right,
but tell us about the process that you use when you're cultivating your R&B tunes.
Okay, well, like when I'm making my music, it's a little different, I write sometimes. I don't write all the time though. And a lot of people be like, damn, how does he get in there and like do that shit and not write and go like bar for bar? But when I get a beat from somebody or if I'm making it or whatever, that's usually where I start to build a song and start writing. Like I start writing in my head, you know what I mean? Before I even touch the mic. So I try not to force records. Like I think a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, shit, I think about a year and a half ago, I wasn't forcing a lot of records like that, but like I was just itching to record all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want to stop making music. So it's like, fuck it. I'm about to just, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I can get in the studio and make 10 songs in 5 hours. Like it's really nothing. I can make a song. Yeah, like I can make a good R&B song. Like Chocolate Girl, I made that song in like 2 hours.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
People don't even know. People be thinking like, oh, he's probably spending all day on these records. I'm like, nah.
So let's talk about Ambitious Lover.
Oh yeah.
So just walk us through it, what it was like creating it and kind of tell us a little bit about the highs and lows of the creation of Ambitious Lover.
I mean, shit. Honestly, it was a growing process. I was probably in a bit of a low, if you will, because I had been battling with some depression and stuff like that, and I got anxiety and shit. So, Ambitious Lover, man, that's just a plethora of. It's not just one situation, but it's all the situations that I've like been going through with all these females. And one thing that I be dealing with these girls is they be like, oh, who's that song for? Who's that song for? Who's that song for? You know what I'm saying? But like in this case, like the whole project is not just about one person. This shit is about all of y'all. Like this is what y'all, you know what I'm saying? This is what y'all make me feel and shit. And I mean, that's why I say it was at a low, because I was really, really feeling some type of way when I did that. Like I had bounced back, from going through a whole situation. And so I just had to let that off my heart. Like I couldn't get through life without making them songs.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, and
so what would you say? All right, so let's just take it there. What would you say is your favorite song off of the project and why?
Can I have two favorites?
Yeah, go ahead.
My first favorite on there is Cold Blooded. Just because it's so different. It's damn near a rock record. And it's the first song on there, and it
was just banging. You was just went in.
I was feeling it so much. I was in the booth like, let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I had something going with this idea. I'm like, okay, let me make a straight R&B. That was the idea initially. I was like, let me give them straight R&B. Let me back off the bars for a little bit, because they love it when I sing. So that's where that really happened from. Let me get this shit going.
And what was your second one?
Oh, second favorite. You did just ask me that. I would have to say Old You. I like Old You. Okay. And the reason that's my favorite is because like that's just one of those where I was just feeling real emotional and shit. Like I cried that day and some more shit. Yeah. Like that record, yeah. And that's when Old You is when I decided to make Ambitious Lovers the total.
So basically with this project, it wasn't like you planned the project. You really were just recording the songs and you was like, hold up, these
All this shit go.
Got it. Okay. So let's go a little bit deeper then. So how did you arrange them? How did you figure out how you were going to arrange them to create the project? Because sometimes I've seen people just throw stuff in there and I'm like, this don't make sense. But how did you arrange it to tell the story?
I kind of wanted it to go in chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
Cold Blooded would have been last, but it was the most different song. So I'm like, let's make that number one. Like it just off bucks. When people play it, they look at me and they're like, you doing pop now?
Okay. All right. I'm with it. I'm with all the smoke. Okay.
And then the Say Less is, I believe Say Less is second, yeah. And then you go into talking about like my baby moms and stuff like that. Not nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of telling my story, you know what I mean? And then it goes down the line. People who know, they know. You know what I'm saying?
And they probably was like, this talking about me. Oh yeah. So that ain't it so nice when you know and you know they know and they try to act like they don't know, but they know.
Yeah. But like another dope thing about it is I would say, because like I'm not like a person who would beef with his exes and none of that. You know, I'm a lovable guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like they listen and they be like, "Who's that about? Who's that about? Who's that about?" Might be about you. You don't know. If you feel
Absolutely.
some type of way, it's probably about you.
I listen. I'm like, if the shoe fit, wear it, and if it's too tight, you just go get some Dr. Scholl's corn remover. That's all I'm saying.
You hear me?
Shoot. Okay, so you a lover that fight with his words. I know that's right. That's right.
I ain't got time to be sitting up there arguing with you. I'm gonna sing about it. I'm gonna let you listen to it. I'm gonna sit you
and
down.
You feel all types of ways because music music cut deep. You can say something, but I know I used to do that. Make me mad. I'm gonna send you a song that's gonna really put you in your feelings.
I've been in situations with females and like I used to have like a heavy, like, well, not heavy, but I used to have a little bit of a temper sometimes. And I just like, I ain't know how to, that's why I smoke a lot. But plenty of times where I've got frustrated and not been able to express myself the way I want to, and then end up expressing myself in a way that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So like now it just be like, if I'm in a relationship and I get into some shit with my girl, I'm immediately about to make a song after. I gotta make a song about it after, because that's the only way that I can heal correctly. You know what I mean? And then it's therapeutic, and then I let them hear it, and then it's just like everything's back together. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what are your interests outside of music?
I'm a rollerblader. What's up, brother?
Hi, how are you?
Manny right
How
here.
you doing?
You're on Candid TV.
Oh, all right.
That's my brother Manny right here.
So does brother do music too?
Brother's part of the entourage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so outside of music, shit, I'll be rollerblading. I'll be aggressive rollerblading. I'll be at the skate park with it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm a little bit different. People always look at me and be like, "Hey, you be rollerblading," but like when they see me do it, and they're like, "Okay."
But nah, you know what? Yeah, funky. You do have a little funky twang, so I would believe it. I definitely believe it. All right. So, what are your plans for the coming months?
We got a new single coming out. It's called Shore Sitting. It's a Afro pop vibe. We got a video coming out to that. That one comes out July 8th. And then we're gonna shoot a video for it. I got some covers coming out for y'all, like some mashups, some more of those. I just dropped.
Okay.
We got those in the works, and just heavy with the content. I'm also about to do some events. We're about to run a real heavy campaign behind Chocolate Girls, because you know that joint going up right now.
Yeah, dope.
So I really just want to continue to spread that around the world as much as I can. And we got the merch. Y'all can go get your Chocolate Girls t-shirts now.
Yeah, y'all better go get them t-shirts.
Go get that.
Okay. So let everybody know where they can find you on all your socials. And once again, let us know what we need to be streaming right now. I'm
Googleable. You can Google me. Don Altae.
Googleable.
Donaltae. And y'all can find me on all platforms, all social media. I'm everywhere, man. And right now, y'all need to go stream that Chocolate Girls. That's the #1 record. That thing going up. Let's get that thing to 1 million.
Yes. All right, guys. Don Altae, based out of the DMV with the roots from Kentucky. And listen, R&B is his first love, and he makes it do what it do every time he get in the booth. So let's check him out. He has his own unique style. Let's run Chocolate Girls up. It's your girl, Lily Mae, and we sign it off for a second, and we'll be back with our final guest of the evening. Hey guys, the triple threat is almost complete. And our number 3 of the evening is none other than Cloud Envy. Now, this rapper, songwriter, lyricist is straight out of Durham, North Carolina. If you don't know anything about the triangle, the research triangle is amazing. Duke University is there. UNC Chapel Hill is there. Shout out to the HBCUs, North Carolina Central. So that area is very, very, very significant to the United States of America. But even more importantly, it's very significant to the East Coast and has really served an area which I'm from with the Heart Department of Cardiology at Duke University. So Durham, North Carolina definitely holds a place that's near and dear to my heart. So Cloud Envy, thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. How you doing?
I am doing well, doing well. So first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about the person behind Cloud Envy. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, like you said, born and raised in Durham, North Carolina, 23 right now. I just turned 23 back in January. And yeah, I've been making music since really all my life, but as far as rapping, say about 16. I think I walked into a music room back in high school and was making beats, and one thing led to another. SoundCloud was kind of really popping back in that 2016 period. So we were just uploading as many songs as we could and just kept it going from there.
Lord, when you say back in that 2016, I was waiting for you to say back in the early 2000s. But you were almost just born. Now listen, I was looking at some of your musical influences. And so you said that you're, 23, right?
Mm-hmm.
So De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang, Nas. Who was listening to this music for real? And you just heard it.
As far as Wu-Tang, I had to come up on that on my own because Wu-Tang wasn't, out of everything you just said, Wu-Tang was like the last one. That was really never played in my house except for like hits. So like as far as like Cream and like Method Man and like Grab a Pit, that's like the only songs I knew. But as far as Tribe, that was been played all my life. I just remember hearing that Midnight Marauders album. And hearing Electric Relaxation for the first time was just something that I will always hold near and dear to my heart. De La Soul, Digable Planets, my dad, all that came from really my dad as far as like hip hop and everything. But even still, he loved R&B just as much as my mom. So it was like a huge mashup between, hip hop, R&B. So we would in like 70s music as well. I just got finished listening to, Heat Wave.
Yes.
Yeah, I just listened to their whole album front to back.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, so it is everywhere. You see, I got a bunch of records on my wall from like India.
That's what I'm talking about. Records. Look, listen, I tell people all the time, they don't know when you had to balance it and put the little penny. So I'm pretty sure if you got records, y'all got a record player somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. All right, cool. Because I'm about to say, I ain't talking to you about the record player. And then you like, but you got records, so y'all got a record player. All right, so when you listen to music, from back in the 70s, right? And then you listen to music now. Do you feel like the internet has impacted the way people are making and consuming music? Or do you feel like it's kind of standard and the internet just kind of propelled it forward?
A bit of both, because the internet gives people, that opinion to express like what's missing and what's not. I do feel, I was just talking to my friend about this, like right as before I hopped on here with you. But we were saying like a lot of people don't really appreciate, everything that like goes into the music for not like nowadays. Music is like here it is, and like I'm kind of done with it, and they'll probably latch onto it for at most a week or two. Me personally, I don't think it's always been like that. I feel like it's kind of came around in the past couple years. People just kind of get music and treat it like it's a new toy or something like that. But yeah.
Okay. What was the first concert that you ever went to?
Mac Miller, my favorite artist.
Okay.
For free.
That you love?
One was on.
What is it that you love about Mac Miller?
He was mad relatable. I got into him when I was like 15, and just hearing like the best day ever, and just how he would express himself in a way that like I couldn't do for myself at the time. So when it came to just hearing his lyrics, and hearing the songs, it was just like, oh, that's me type situation, no matter like what he was talking about in any album. So yeah, and he always put a smile on somebody's face, and I was one of them people, you know.
Okay, so let's talk about your music. So when we talk about your sound, right, how do you kind of sit down and begin to really cultivate your sound, or are you actually kind of pulling from different places?
Pulling from different places, but it kind of, for me, as far as like cadence and like flows and everything, like when I first started rapping, I could not flow at all. When I had a guidance counselor from elementary school that moved into my neighborhood at like 16. So when I had caught back up with him, I was sending him all the stuff that I was doing. He was like, "You good, but you ain't really flowing," because I was always rapping but had no breaks, so I never know when to stop. I would just always go and go and go. But then like back to the whole like Wu-Tang thing, really listening to a lot of Ghost and Jizza just kind of helped me to realize that I can do whatever I wanted, however I wanted. I just have to, realize there's a stopping point and just flow it in itself. So when it comes to just like writing the music, it just all depends on the beat. I'm more of a drums guy, like a percussion guy. So however the drum cadence is, I can really just pick and choose off that. Snoop actually helps with that a lot as well.
Yeah, baby. Yes, absolutely. So guys, Cloud Envy, he makes a different type of music. His music takes you through a journey of his mind as he battles his thoughts of becoming a man, mental health challenges and obstacles, but he's also showcasing his lyricism. And so we salute you for using your music, to more or less be therapeutic, not just for you, but for others. So what would you say right now is your favorite song and why? That you've created.
I've created? Oh, I thought you were about to be like by somebody else right now.
We're talking about you.
That I've created so far as of right now. Does it have to be like already out, or like is it or it could be like something that's not even out yet?
Okay, all right. So when you're creating your music, are you creating the music for yourself or for your fans?
Both. Because one thing I realized is like, being the stuff that I'm talking about, everything is like we all share the same experience. We might just go through it in different ways. But when you listen to music and you hear somebody say something, you would immediately attach to that person. One, because automatically it sounds nice. You wouldn't listen to it if it doesn't sound nice. But once the lyrics tap in and you realize that person is just like you, then it's kind of like a musical dap up. You feel what I'm talking about?
I like that musical dap up. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna use that.
Like getting acquainted. So it's for myself and for people. So I try to be as relatable as possible, but also stick to myself, and that within itself is relatable to other people who listen.
Okay, so if you could change anything about the industry today, what would it be?
That's a lot. Let me see if I can change.
Look, listen, I'm with you. Let's go.
If I can change anything about the industry, honestly, it would be the money. It's kind of weird and sad, the hula hoops and obstacles that a lot of people got to go through in order just to get on and get their name heard. The greed that's involved in it is ridiculous. So it's pretty interesting. I would definitely change like the money around that, because it's a lot of people that make rules and decisions on stuff that ain't got no business making rules and decisions on. So
Agreed. 100%. And so outside of music, what could we find you doing?
Taking care of this dog that's below me right now. I'm really into photography, so I like to just like take pictures every now and then. I like to piggyback with some of my photography friends and just see what they do, or watching, sports. I'm a Celtic fan, so unfortunately we just lost the NBA Finals, but it's fine because we'll be back. You know what I mean? Celtics 2023. I'm just happy we made it, so I'm not really as sad because I'm just proud, truthfully speaking.
I don't think I've watched the finals since the last time the Celtics were in it when it was KG, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen. I think that's the last time I watched the finals.
2010.
Oh, well, see, I don't even remember, but I think that's the last time I watched the finals. So yeah, but my mother, she watch it all the time. So, Cloud Envy, let everybody know where they can find you on social media and what we need to be streaming right now.
You can follow me on my Instagram, cloudenvy.22. I believe on Twitter, I'm cloudenvy0. And what you should be listening to right now is my latest project called Back to the Flows that dropped a year ago. It's about to be a year next week. June 26th is when I put it out. About 10 projects, 36 minutes, 35 maybe, who knows. But all good grooves. Made it with my fam, made it with some incredible people. The cover art is amazing, done by Tara Light, so shout out her. And look for the mixtape that's coming.
Hey, mixtape on the way. And you said Back to the Flows.
Back to the Flows.
Back to the Flows, streaming on all platforms. It's your boy, Cloud Envy, rapper, songwriter, lyricist from North Cackalack, the Triangle, to be exact. And so we definitely thank you guys so much for tuning in. And remember, we're always here to bring you joy, jewels, and justice from the greatest creatives, innovators, and leaders from around the globe. Have a great evening.
Joy. Say that again.
Joy, jewels, and justice.
That's tough. I like that.
Bye-bye.